Youth, obviously, as an age and as people, are always venturing, they're always wandering, and they're also always lost because they have often been found in a state resembling intoxication, and that means they have often also been found struggling with and suffering from the tyranny of their own impulses and passions and desires and ambitions, which are unreachable and which are uncontrollable, immoderated, indisciplined, not only because the youth has run out of the capacity for discipline, modesty, moderation, reason in their lives because they haven't cultivated either, but also because they don't have or they are just divorced from authenticity, truthfulness, and rebellion, individuality, and self knowledge, obviously, not only psychologically but also practically. And that means in their mind, action, behavior, the fact that they have a lot of education is not really highlighted, it's not really reflected there, but they definitely have a lot of superior education and higher degrees in their lives, which they brag about, which they boast of consistently, but they're again jobless or employed at the end of the day. But then again, when it comes to their original action and real time behavior, that education neither translates nor basically gets reflected upon real life circumstances because obviously they have education, but they neither think nor say nor behave educated. And there is a vast difference between pretending to be good and being good in reality, because a lot of people in the modern society are into the habit of basically ignorance and pretense and imitation and repetition and artificiality for getting alongside society, for external validation, outside approval, public recognition, and for many other futilities, trivialities, all of which is eventually meaningless, insignificant, unreasonable, and worthless in comparison to the kind of compromises which they make with their character for simply fitting in, for being successful, for being validated, which will be eventually removed and taken away from them to make them miserable and struggling and painful anyways in one or another. But they are compromised, they make compromises with their character, they part ways with their originality, truthfulness, and other values and virtues merely to fit in, for basically enjoying the show. So definitely the youth is intoxicated because it is driven by impulsive behavior and very emotional action, and neither by reason nor wisdom nor intelligence, because it is not that patient, responsive, authentic enough when it comes to its actions, behaviors, habits. They are not so educated. So definitely, and when it comes to age, the aged people, they are always considering something or another. They have gravity, they have wisdom. They are neither pretending